I'm Christine Devine. Welcome to election night coverage from Fox 11 News. We are streaming live on foxla.com and the Fox LA app. We thank you for being with us. The polls right here in California, they are still open until 8 o'clock. Still time to vote. We start you out, though, with some results for the race for president. We are watching these national results. I can't see the monitor clearly here, so I want to make sure and give you the information that I can get to you. We're talking about these battleground states, these key states that could go blue or red depending on how people turn out to vote. So as we are looking at these swing states, we're telling you that the numbers are coming in, but slowly. We understand that some of these races may not be called until days to come. All right, so right now we're looking at the races that are coming in with the Electoral College right here. Those red states, those are not in contention at all. Those are the Trump votes that are solid and have been declared. The blue states right there called for Kamala Harris. Really no surprises as we continue to look at the election results coming in right here. We want to take a look at some of the states as they're being called right now, and the numbers are coming in. Michigan, one of those battleground states. Right now, 9% of the votes counted. So early on, but you have a Kamala Harris lead right here in Michigan. This was a state that was won by Trump in 2016. It flipped to Biden in 2020, as did Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Let's go ahead and take a look at Wisconsin right now. Donald Trump there leading on that one. More votes coming in there, 42% counted here. All right, let's take a look at another screen for you. Pennsylvania, this is the big one. So many electoral votes coming in right here. This is one that people have said the candidate needs to win Pennsylvania to win the election. Just 47% of the votes counted there. So that one could go down to the wire here. The last election, results weren't until Saturday in Pennsylvania. Virginia right here, 80% of the votes coming in. Watching that one closely as well for you. And North Carolina, another state that we are watching here. One of the Sun Belt states. Trump won this in 2020. We'll take a look at how that state does as well. And Georgia, long lines there. It went to a Biden win also. That was a big change because that's a state that normally went Republican. Biden won that in the last election. Numbers coming in there quite slowly as well here. So we're watching things on a national level as well as here in Southern California. Let's talk about voting here in SoCal. There have been some long lines at several polling places in Southern California. Gina Silva is live at one in West Covina. Gina.
That's right. I'm here with a whole lot of West Covina voters. Just take a look at this line. It goes all the way to the end of this park, and I have been told that it takes about an hour to get to the front. But you know what? A lot of these voters, they don't mind the wait because it is election night. How excited are we tonight?
All right. We've been waiting for a while. Finally, the day has come.
What matters to you all?
The economy. The inflation is just out of control.
Out of control. What about you?
My body and getting to decide what I get to do with my body. It's my body, my choice, and I will never let these men keep trying to dictate what I do with my body as much as they keep trying year after year, election after election.
I'm hearing you. Now, what are you all concerned about the outcome?
Yeah, of course we are. Yeah, of course we're concerned because it's going to change the way things are run. Depends on who wins the election and how the propositions all go.
Yeah. All right. What about you? You don't mind the wait, right?
No, it's a gift that we are able to cast our votes and amplify our voices. So, you know, if I'm waiting here an hour or two, I don't mind. It's once in a lifetime that you get to vote.
All right. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for speaking with us. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Again, you have until 8 p.m. to get to the polls. They close at 8 o'clock, and expect to wait in a long line like this one. I'll send it back to you.
Well worth it for that right to vote. Gina, thank you so much. It's incredible to see the passion and the turnout, people showing up to get their vote in. I know at my polling place, there was zero wait, but a steady flow there. But great to see everybody showing up to cast their vote. So the race everyone's paying attention to here in California, one of them is the race for Senate. Pits Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff against baseball legend Republican Steve Garvey. We go live to Democratic headquarters in downtown LA. Our Phil Schuman is covering Adam Schiff. Phil.
We're at a ballroom in the JW Marriott at LA Live tonight, Christine, and two different stories, really. This is the Democratic Watch Party. As you mentioned, Adam Schiff likely to become the next senator from California. He leads Steve Garvey in the polls by a wide margin, helped also by the fact that California is such a Democratic-oriented state with 50% of the registered voters Democrat. And then on the flip side, what we see is Democratic district attorney candidate George Gascon. According to most of the polls, he is trailing badly to challenger Nathan Hochman, a former Republican running as independent for the district attorney's race. I just spoke with Gascon a short while ago on tape. He says he understands what the polls say, but he is certainly not conceding. He said there are a lot of people still undecided, and he believes that they will support his message of criminal justice reform. We're going to have some of that Gascon interview the next time we visit with you. Live downtown, I'm Phil Schuman. Christine?
All right, Phil, thank you so much. Quiet ballroom there behind you. Sure, things will change tonight. Right here, though, very busy room. Live picture from Steve Garvey's election night headquarters in Rancho Mirage. We're expecting him to speak not long after the polls close at 8. All right, that's it for us right now. We'll be back this evening for another update. We thank you for watching, and we hope you're enjoying Election Night 2024.